Welcome back Raftar Autos. Today we're doing a deep, no-fluff review of the AGM-158 JASSM family, the U.S. Joint Air-to-Surface Standoff Missile, covering how it performs, what variants exist, which aircraft can carry it, how much it costs, who's buying it, and what that price-performance picture actually means for militaries and defense planners. I'll walk you through the basics, the numbers, the real-world use, and some practical conclusions you can use whether you're a curious viewer, an aviation nerd, or someone who follows global defense procurement. Let's start with what JASSM is at its core: a low-observable, air-launched cruise missile designed to strike high-value, well-defended targets from standoff ranges so launch aircraft don't have to fly into the densest part of enemy air defenses. The baseline AGM-158A was developed in the late 1990s and fielded in the 2000s. It uses internal guidance INS GPS, and an imaging infrared seeker in the terminal phase to home on targets with high precision. The mentor behind the system is Lockheed Martin, which continues to evolve the family. Range and propulsion are where the different JASSM variants really change the tactical picture. The baseline JASSM has a range measured in the low hundreds of kilometers, commonly quoted around 370 kilometers, which already gives fighter bombers and bombers a respectable standoff. The JASSM ER extended range, often called AGM-158B, ups the game. It uses a more efficient engine and fuel system to push range into the approximately 1,000 kilometers class in many references, enabling strikes from much farther away and increasing survivability against air defenses. In short, baseline for medium standoff, or for strategic standoff. Speed is subsonic for the whole family. JASSM isn't about sheer velocity but about stealthy approach, long range, and precise terminal guidance to defeat hardened or mobile targets. The warhead is roughly in the 1,000-pound class, a penetrating blast fragmentation design, intended to destroy high-value targets like command bunkers, runways, hardened infrastructure, and ships when variants are adapted for anti-ship roles. The missile's shape and coatings reduce radar signature, and the terminal imaging seeker helps it find and hit the precise point required. Which aircraft can carry JASSM? The list covers strategic bombers like B-1, B-2, and B-52, and many tactical fighters and strike platforms, F-15E, F-16, F-A-18 in various configurations, plus newer efforts to integrate with F-35 and transport-based palletized launch concepts like Rapid Dragon. That flexibility matters. Integrating a long-range, stealthy cruise missile across multiple platforms multiplies the number of launch vectors and complicates an adversary's defense calculus. Now the dollar side, which viewers always ask about: cost per round. Reporting varies with year, variant, contract, and lot size. Older baseline figures show unit costs in the hundreds of thousands. For example, some older FY figures cited the AGM-158A baseline at around $698,000 per round, while more recent reporting and production contracts for the extended range variants put the effective per round program cost higher, often in the $1-1.5 million range or more depending on what's included: production, support, spares, integration, and contractual terms. Large multi-year contracts and foreign military sales bundle missiles, support, training, and services. That's why headline totals can reach hundreds of millions for a single foreign buyer. The practical takeaway: JASSM is not a cheap expendable, it's a precision strategic munition priced like a strategic munition. Contracts and foreign purchases illustrate how nations weight capability against cost. For example, European and Indo-Pacific partners have moved to buy JASSM for its standoff reach. Poland and other countries have signed multi-$100 million deals for packages of ER missiles, which include training and sustainment. Those contracts emphasize that nations view extended range and precision as force multipliers worth the price when deterrence and strike reach are priorities. Large USAF procurement bundles over recent years have similarly stretched into multi-billion-dollar commitments when combined with related systems like LRASM and modernization efforts. So how does JASSM perform in real operations? There are publicly known uses going back to strikes in Syria and other conflicts where JASSMs demonstrated the ability to strike defended, fixed targets successfully. The missile's stealthy profile and precision seeker meant many targets were engaged with a low chance of collateral area damage compared to less precise munitions. That operational record is a strong point. A weapon that works in combat environments and validates its claimed performance gains credibility. But no system is perfect. Occasional dud reports and the obvious need for robust intelligence and target identification remain constraints. Let's compare JASSM versus alternatives. In the subsonic, stealthy cruise missile category, other global offerings exist, from Europe and Asia, with different balances of cost, range, and seeker tech. What sets JASSM apart is the integrated package, proven aim-like logistics, an imaging IR terminal seeker that reduces dependence on perfect GPS, and a family of variants baseline, and continuing evolution like XR, advanced models that give planners a roadmap for capability growth. Against supersonic or hypersonic weapons, JASSM trades speed for stealth and affordability per successful target. Recent industry moves also show Lockheed exploring lower-cost cruise missiles for mass use, reflecting that not every mission requires $1 million stealth missile. From an operator's perspective, integration and mission planning shape the real value. A long-range missile without accurate, timely targeting data is less useful. The kill chain, sensors, target intel, battle management, and endgame guidance must be reliable. The JASSM family's imaging seeker helps